Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I want to talk to y'all about the two things that have completely ruined dating in modern times. If you haven't been on a date in a few months or maybe a year or two, don't even feel bad, man, because the times have changed. Times are different. This isn't how it was 20 years ago, especially when I was a kid, and you can probably just roll up on some female riding a bicycle and she might be actually interested and want to talk to you. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same when you had little green screen flip phone. Sorry about that. None of this shit is the same, man. Times have truly changed and everything. So let me go ahead and tell you about the two things that I have discovered, from personal experience that has ruined modern dating. The first thing that I have listed on this list that has ruined modern dating would be dating apps, man. Come on, this is probably the most prominent thing that's out right now. It has so many negative sides of it, and I'm telling you from my own personal experience that dating apps are like the devil. It's like the creepy guy in the bushes type of shit. So the first thing I got listed within this dating app, the negative sides of it, I would say you are matching with people, but these same people that you match with don't say a word. They obviously like something, right? They maybe like something. Why the fuck would you swipe on somebody and then not say a word? Like, come on, do you like the person? Well, maybe you like the photo of the person. They say hello, they say hey, they say hi, and you don't say nothing. Or you match and neither one of y'all say something. Y'all sitting there playing like chess and checkers and shit when y'all trying to go on a date. It's a date now. Why the fuck y'all on there if y'all ain't gonna talk, man? Like, yeah, have y'all ever matched with somebody on a dating app and it just went nowhere? Like, you sat there, you probably thought about a elaborate thing to say and they still say nothing. Like, why is that? That right there could take a mental toll on you and start making you think that you're not good enough. So that's why I kind of push back away from dating apps, and I typically ask, if I were using a dating app, I would ask specific questions to see are they going to respond, or are they interested, or did they swipe on me, or they swiped on me because they actually want to get to talk to me. So this leads to the second issue about using dating apps. I would say this one mainly pertains to women though, having too many options. So I'm gonna just give y'all a quick analogy. So imagine going to a grocery store and seeing a whole bunch of different brands of cereals. You have so many different options that start becoming overwhelming. And it's the same way with women. Women gotta deal with so many different dudes on these damn dating apps that they don't know what to do with themselves. Everybody get on there, they all swiping right. And a whole bunch of good morning, hey, hi, grand rising queens, all the other dumb shit. And they ain't like she ain't ever heard it before, and it's going to basically just make the woman feel overwhelmed. She's like, oh my god, I can't stand these dudes. I keep seeing men everywhere. They all saying the same stuff. This dude looks nice. This man's offering me food. This man's offering me a date. I don't know which one to pick. So it becomes overwhelming, and women want to get out the app and they don't want to open the app back up because there's too many fucking options. If it could be limited to how many people you can match with at a time, this might make it a little bit easier. Maybe like you only be allowed to match with like 3 people at a time. If you don't like one of those 3 people, cut one of the people out, then the next person pops up, you can potentially match with them. That's how I think personally they should do it. But seeing that they don't do it like that, it makes it a lot more difficult for women to find the actual dude that they might want to actually talk to. The next issue I see with dating apps would be that it is too judgmental. I get it. You want to get through the damn photo real quick and see if you like this person, you don't like this person. But me watching, relatives and stuff, man, a lot of them are females. I've noticed the same pattern, and I got to witness this shit from first hand. They be like, look, not even barely look at the shit. They get like a half a second glance at your photos and you disqualify. So if this is what we're using to judge an individual, you're gonna have a hard time finding a decent person because it's all about how the photos look. And 9 times out of 10, most men on dating apps, they suck. They're not taking no fucking photos. They be taking photos like this, motherfucking camera up their damn nose, showing gray nose hairs and all that other shit. But women still judging these dudes by their photos versus giving them the opportunity to present themselves. And not only that, if they do get the opportunity to present themselves, they shitty when it comes to sending messages. That's why I always encourage people, talk on the phone to them, see if y'all have some type of you know, some mutual bond, some type of conversation. But if it don't work from there, then well, fuck it. The most you can say is that you tried and everything. But when it's this whole judgmental thing, give me a second and a half to see if I really like this person type stuff, is more so like, I think Kanye West mentioned some of this shit like a while back. It's like a feeling of euphoria that your fingers doing a certain thing, a certain emotion, but eventually that same feeling is going to ride away. It's not going to be the same no more. You think you got 100 different options, and ultimately you truly don't. So this leads to my next thing on there. The reason why I feel like dating apps is ruining modern dating. I feel like you cannot present the real you on a dating app. On a dating app, the only thing you can do is give a small smidget, a glimpse of your life. Maybe it's a glimpse of your life if you can find you a decent photo and everything, but you never can really present yourself as the real you. So this is what led to me stop using dating apps. I feel like I'm an awesome person. I get out, I got a lot of hobbies, I enjoy living, I like doing a lot of fun shit, but on a dating app, a woman would never know that because I'm not given the opportunity to present myself. That's why I just lay that shit out. I said, I'm not touching this motherfucking dating app no more. What I'm gonna do with my life is just live it. I ain't doing none of this. Let me go ahead and prove myself, because that right there is another thing that goes in there. You on the dating app to prove to somebody that you are worth conversing with. I ain't got the time for it. I got time to live. It's the same way I struggle to make these videos nowadays, because I be out here living now. I don't have time to be on here trying to present myself on these apps, the real version of me, because 9 times out of 10 you can't. The only way you're gonna really experience the real person is actually experience the real person, hanging out with them, getting to know them type of stuff. So that's why I feel like you got to stay away from these dating apps, because I feel like it's like kind of like dragging you back and holding you back from seeing the real person, and you can't really present yourself the way that you want to be presented. You only can give what you're given, the tools that you can actually work with in that moment. And this leads to the next thing I have on my list right here, that dating apps is doing to individuals. You notice how many negative things that I don't pull it up about dating apps and everything. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of drawbacks. I mean, there's a lot of positive sides. You might meet somebody that you like. You might find the right person. You might find somebody that you can relate to. But these are just might. There's no guarantee. But these right here, a lot of these are guaranteed. You got more negative things guaranteed to come from a dating app than you do from positive things coming from dating apps. I mean, yeah, you might get some ass, you might find a companion, somebody to hang out with, blah blah blah, real smart. But all the rest of this stuff right here is mentally fucking you up and everything. So let me go to the next thing. Outside of you can't present the real you on the dating app, it causes a false sense of true desire by others. If y'all don't really comprehend what that means, long story short, you have like 100 matches on your damn dating apps as a female. Now you walking around like this, like everybody wants your ass like you special or something, but you ain't that special, man. You ain't that special. These are a whole bunch of dudes that get on there and they swipe on anything. These dudes be just alright, fuck it, I'm bloop, 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 bloop. Swipe by 100 women, yes, and then they come back and look at the damn app and alright, well, this girl ugly as fuck. I guess I swiped on her and I can unmatch her ass now, but at least I got something to work with. That don't sound like somebody wants your ass. It sounds like somebody just swiped on you out of desperation. This is not what you really want. People out here being delusional. I remember, what was it? I was talking to the one chick and everything, and she telling me that, yeah, many men want me. I say, yeah, well, how many of these type of men that you're talking about, these many men approach you in public? She gonna say, not too many of them, but I got a lot of matches on the dating app. I'm like, well, that don't mean shit. Them dudes is on a dating app. Most of these dudes on these dating apps don't be saying none of that stuff that they say on these dating apps in public. They won't say none of that shit. Me, if I say something, I normally say the same crap I'll say on the app in public. I'm not switching that shit up. It worked there. Why won't it work here? I don't do things that don't work for me. I'm going with proven scientific methods, if you want to call it that. The next thing I have on here, this is probably like going towards the end of the first problem. There's a lot of shit I don't say. It'd be almost 10 minutes, and it's still the fucking first problem. The fucking dating apps. So the last thing for the first thing I have listed is that emotional tolls and a feeling of loss of hope when you keep seeing the same fucking faces. Meaning, alright, you got on a dating app, you get off a dating app for a few months, you've been on a date and everything, and it didn't work with this person, or maybe you got on there and it sucked and everything, so you said, fuck this, I'm done with these dating apps, I'm tired of this. And then 6-7 months go by, you get back on there, you see the same faces. Like, come on, man, nobody wants this motherfucker. Why are you still here? Why is that? Nobody wanted your ass, but yet you still here. And guess what? Guess who else is here? I'm still here. Now I'm back on this motherfucker because I can find what I wanted, and I'm hoping that maybe your ass been here so long that maybe you might be what I should have chose the first time. Like, you start to feel like, oh my God, I ain't got shit going for myself. You don't want to say it, but that's what I'm getting from it. If your ass is back on this motherfucker, because I don't felt like, you know what, damn man, I seen this person's face 3 years ago when I was just getting in my last relationship. You still in this bitch? Nobody wants your ass? You still in the damn dating app? Like, you know you trash. I know I don't want your ass. If you couldn't get off the motherfucker, you got the exact same pictures that I seen from years ago, you still on here and say active, your ass suck. You must be a loser. I don't care if nobody tell me. I know I would never date nobody that's still stuck on dating apps for years to come, trying to use the same unproven method to find love. Like, come on, man. At least you could do is switch your photos up or try something a little bit different. If whatever you're doing in life isn't working for you, then stop doing that shit. It only makes sense. So, with that being said, let me go to the second one. The second reason I'm having this list, it's not even long at all, man. Everybody, y'all might be able to guess this. We all have this in our phone. Can y'all guess the name of the app? Well, shit, there's a couple of them. We got TikTok, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, the social media, man. There it is, or X, or whatever they call it. It was Twitter, yeah. Social media is really destroying dating as well. So this actually has the same type of similar effects as dating apps. On these dating apps, you get that little false bravado of feeling that somebody wants your ass, and they really don't, man. You ain't that special. You get on there and you got all these dudes jumping your DMs talking about some good morning, beautiful, grand rising queen, the same old shit that they probably spam to 10 other fucking women. So women get on there like this, doing a little pose and shit in their head or at home or wherever the fuck they might be. But these dudes ugly as fuck. They fat as fuck. They stink. They penis smell like goddamn sardines. But yet she up there feeling like she a queen, like every wonder. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't that special. It's just what it is, man. I don't even know what the fuck to say, but don't trust social media. These men on social media, these women, a lot of them, they not even worth it. So you can't count the people in your DMs to make you feel like you are that important. Instead, look at the quality of the people that's actually interacting with you. Are they like superstars? Are they basketball players? Or somebody got their life together and they trying to talk to you? If you got a bunch of them piling up in your DMs and trying to take you out, then maybe you might have some credibility. But a lot of people, you ain't got that. It's just random regular ass people that's struggling with their life or beating a damn chicken to the thought of your photos. Who the fuck knows, man? That's all you really got. So don't let social media hype you up, especially if you know you ain't got shit going on. So the second thing I have listed on here about social media would be oh shit, I already talked about that one first. So let me go ahead and talk about the other one. I got listed. People are posting glamour shots but aren't matching actions in real life. What I mean about this, let's just try to wing this. Say for example, the person, they standing next to a boat or a yacht or some shit, and they got like a little bikini on. They like the brown, all caramel skin, all red, just leaning against a yacht, taking all these glamorous shots like they just having the most nicest life ever. Every time you see a photo, it's them doing some fancy ass shit. They not no real life photos. They're not photos that you can actually trust and things of that sort. Like for me, when I post something on social media, I post me living my life and me being who I am as a person. I post the real me. I know I'm not perfect. I know I be fucking up. I know I say some crazy ass shit, but I'm a genuine person. What you see on these videos is the same person you probably gonna run to in real life. I'm not much different. This is who I am, man. I'm uncle to some people, a dad to another, and a brother to somebody else, and maybe a lover here and there to others. But at the same time, I am the same individual. But most of the people in these photos that they be following these social media platforms, they not who they say they are. They are just a snippet, because if you actually had a conversation with this individual, you're gonna realize that that person probably didn't put themselves in that position. You're gonna realize that that person probably boring as fuck. They probably don't do shit but take photos all fucking day. I know I got my fair share of photos, but at the same time, 9 times out of 10, these are recordings and snippets and snaps of when I was at that event doing these type of things. These people, one fucking photo of them doing something, but none of that stuff after that. Like, what the fuck else? Like, if I go on vacation, I'm going on vacation to do some shit I probably never done, or see some shit I never seen. I'm not going on vacation just to go to a club that I can go to back in Ohio. That shit dumb as fuck. I'm not going out there to do no damn 1-2 step. I'm not gonna be doing that shit right here. I'm trying to get out there and live a little bit. Then I take some photos and videos, bring it back to the world where I live and everything. But I'm not out here selling a dream, because that shit is bullshit. Like, no dream selling. This is what you gonna get. Don't be out here falling for these fucking social media influencers trying to convince you that the life that they live in is the real life that they live in. They ain't living. And for the final thing I have on here, it's funny that I'm sitting there telling y'all about this shit, but this actually, you could say, will be something about me, especially when it comes to, finding the problems of modern dating. I would say social media has too many talking heads spreading bullshit on the internet. What I mean by that is, you see this right here. I got a torso and a head and a run in my mouth. You got people like me out here running their mouth, spreading bullshit, telling y'all to do dumb stuff on the internet about dating and 50-50, and you should be trying to get a man to give you all your money and all this if she ain't doing this and she ain't doing that. You got too many people talking in your ear. Instead, listen to people that make sense. Stop listening to everybody that's sitting there telling you that the bullshit you already believe is justified. Because a lot of times, I think the phrase is called a self-fulfilling prophecy. You'll be looking for the worst thing, and until the worst thing happens, you won't believe it. But then when it does happen, because you finally kept thinking it, you're like, see, I knew this shit was right. This is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It doesn't mean this necessarily always going to happen, but in your case, it did happen because you only waited around for that shit to happen. A lot of people on social media, they will feed the hype beast and make you feel like whatever you've been feeling has been going that way. And that's just the way the algorithm works. If you sit there and keep searching, I want to get married or something like that, or something to do with wedding rings, what's gonna happen? The AI or the system, they gonna slide you a whole bunch of posts and themes and shit centered around rings. I seen this shit myself. I remember I was in my early 20s or something like that, and my first time I had got married, before I got married and everything, I saw on Facebook, they just kept on showing wedding rings and wedding dresses and shit. The only thing we did was talk about it, and maybe I searched one fucking time, they keep showing. I'm like, man, get that shit out of here, man. I ain't trying to propose to nobody. Get that ring out my face, man. I don't want to see none of that stuff. So yeah, social media, the bullshit talking head people telling you to do dumb stuff that half of them never done in their life, but yet they sitting there selling you a dream or reposting somebody else's content versus being original. These people out here are ruining y'all dating lives. What y'all need to be doing is taking in what actually works, actual facts, whatever it is that makes you happy. If you see that influencer doing that, then go along with it. But if they just sitting there just saying negative shit, why are you listening to it, man? Ignore all that and just try to find happiness. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to go ahead and close this video and everything. I do have my little solutions I got written down for y'all and everything. And my thing for y'all to do, take away from the video, is stay the fuck away from them dating apps. The second thing is don't let social media trick you, because there's a lot of bullshit out here, and I've seen a lot of it. The last thing is get you some hobbies at locations where you might find an individual that might have the same interests as you. The hobbies that actually works. Imagine you've been a skateboarder and you do some skating at a skating park. More than likely, if you see a girl there, she probably skate too. Why the fuck are you on the damn skateboard if you don't skate? Unless you're trying to learn to skate, but at least y'all had those two things in common. So, with that being said, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy Code Labz, and I'm out.